just taking a moment to ground our energy and just to settle in. So just like we do in a regular yoga class, we're gonna go ahead and do that here as well. So closing the eyes and just taking the deepest breath that you've taken all day long. And just taking a few moments, just like this, to settle in, settling in with your breath, settling into your body, just letting go of the day, letting go of any expectations of yourself, of this time that we're sharing here together. And just knowing that you're watching this at the exact time that you're supposed to be watching this. It's finding you at the right time, the right place, whether you're at home or in your car or wherever you may be. Just taking a few more breaths. And then gently blinking open the eyes. So today I really want to talk about creating stability within. So what I mean about creating stability is that there's a lot of times where our emotions will be running rampant. So not only our emotions, but our thoughts, and just really where we're at within our days. And there's times where we can feel unstable, and it's really learning how to get yourself back on track with finding that stability within. So what does that even look like? So for me, creating stability is, I know that there are certain things that I have to do for myself in order to be feeling stable. So for example, I know I need a good night's rest, 8 hours has to happen. Anything less than that, I will be affected within my day. I also know that I have to eat healthy, because if I don't, then whatever I'm eating is going to make me feel less energy and bogged down. Besides that, those are my 2 basic needs that I know have to be met, but also drinking plenty of water. So these are just 3 foundational, easy things that are very basic, but I know that I have to have done throughout my day, or if not, I cannot show up as the best me. So creating stability sometimes requires you to do a little bit more. And there are days where we're having rough days, right? We all have them. It's normal. It's not anything, strange or weird. We all have bad days, and not only bad days, but there's also just moments where we don't feel our best. So it's okay asking yourself, how can I create the stability within myself to get myself back on track? So for some, that may be taking a nap. It may be going for a car ride. It could be going out in nature. It could be talking to a girlfriend. There's so many different things that you can do to create stability. But the way that I really want us to focus on creating stability is to find that stability within. So to where you don't necessarily need to talk to anybody. You don't look to your 3D reality as far as, well, who can I talk to, what can I do in order to feel stable within myself. It is more, how can I cultivate this feeling of stability within me right now, right here, by myself. And with creating stability, we really have to acknowledge and look at our limiting beliefs. And we all have limiting beliefs. So every single one of us, the most common limiting beliefs but could be money, your specific person, so relationships, and confidence. And those are the 3 main ones when it comes to limiting beliefs. Of course, there's many others, and depending on your childhood and traumatic experience, you may have experienced different limiting beliefs. So for some of us, there could be a limiting belief as far as I'm not seen, or I'm not heard, or I'm not acknowledged, I'm not appreciated, I'm not valued, you know, like all of these different thoughts. And maybe all of these resonate, and that's okay if it does. Like, we're here to work through this. But it's really just acknowledging, like, okay, what are my limiting beliefs? What do I have going on within me? And being aware of those thoughts. Well, it's easy to know what our limiting beliefs are, right? But what it's not easy to do is to reprogram them if you don't know how to reprogram them. So what I'm going to be sharing with you is how to reprogram your limiting beliefs and how to crack the code. Because this is something that not many people teach, and I think it's just simply the fact that they don't know about it and they don't know how to do this. But when I learned this for myself and how to start applying it and practicing it, it was a game changer. And I started to see my reality shift. I started to see my life shift. I started to see people in my life shift. So many different things started to change when I started to reprogram my limiting beliefs. And the way that I started to do was extremely easy. So I'm going to share that with you so that you all can start to practice this too. And it's so easy, and I'm like ecstatic to share it with you because I already know that you all are going to have such amazing results with this. Okay, so let's crack the code. The way we're going to do that is by, well, first let me explain. You want to reprogram your subconscious beliefs if you have anything in your life that you are dissatisfied with. So let's say, for example, if you feel that you could have more money in your bank account right now, if you feel that your specific person isn't showing up the way that you want them to show up, if you're, whatever the case may be. I mean, there's thousands of things. Let's say you're not feeling as confident or as thriving as you want to be in your life, then, hey Rhonda, then these are going to be invaluable tips on how you can start to reprogram. So when we're in our wake state, our mind is constantly combating our thoughts. So what we're going to do is start to listen to affirmations as you sleep. So this is a practice that is going to be a game changer for you. So what you're going to start to do, and this is a homework and I want you to apply it throughout this entire month, is to start to listen to affirmations as you sleep. So on YouTube, there is a YouTube channel. It's called Live the Life You Love. And it's on YouTube, and they have 8-hour affirmation videos. So what you're going to do is you're going to put your phone on, and you're going to put it on, you're going to play the video, and you're going to let it play throughout the entire night. Now, if you have a significant other and they're like, what the fuck is this? Like, why are you playing this? You can put headphones on. There is a, what is it called? It's like a headband, and I bought it off of Amazon. I think I spent maybe $15 on it. But you just put it around your head, and it's Bluetooth headphones. So that is an option. I honestly, though, use that for maybe 4 days, and I would notice that I would take it off in the middle of the night. So I'll get into that in a minute because that's something that may happen to you as well. But what you want to do is you want to listen to the affirmations all throughout the night as you sleep. And what's going to happen is you're going to start to reprogram your subconscious mind as you sleep. So this is not, you're not going to be constantly repeating affirmations and saying them all day long and just constantly, like, you know, trying to reprogram your mind and doing it the hard way. No, you're going to be doing it as you sleep. So rather than being in your wake state and constantly saying affirmations, you're just going to sleep and put the affirmations on as you sleep. And there's different topics. So what we really want to focus on is self-concept. So before we even get into manifesting and creating and living this life that you deserve and this life that you are going to have for yourself, what we want to do is just go into our self-concept. So our basic beliefs about ourselves. So the most common, like I mentioned, is money, specific person, and confidence. So depending on which one you feel is more prevalent to you is going to be the main ones that you're going to focus on. So you want to do it every single night for this entire month, and honestly, if you like, continuously, because depending on your childhood and life experiences and the trauma that you've experienced, you may have a lot of reprogramming to do. I know for me, I definitely have a lot of reprogramming to do. So, and I've already been on this journey and on this process, and I still continue it because I still want my reality to be shifted in a different way. So this is a continuous practice, just like how when we get on the mat and we have our yoga practice, right? You come back to the breath. You come back to the stability within yourself. You come back to finding ease and moving with intention. It's the same thing when it comes to reprogramming our mind. You've literally spent your entire life thinking this certain way. It's not just going to happen overnight. You're not going to just shift and be like a new bad bitch the next morning, even though you are. You know, it's going to take some time to start to reprogram and start to get you to where it is that you want to be within your life. So with that being said, you want to target the specific self-concept beliefs that you have right now, so that way you can start to shift the reality. So I'm going to tell you now, the first 3, 4, 5 days, you're going to wake up feeling brand new, like legit, like you're going to be in a better mood, you're going to be happier, you're just going to be like, whoa, like this feels so great, like my life is amazing, like I just feel so good, and that's good, and I'm excited that you're going to be feeling that way because I already know that it's going to happen. But there's also going to be hard days, and so I'll tell you a personal story of mine. So when I started to transition out of doing the self-concept affirmations, you know, like just the basic ones, I started to transition and do like love, and then I started to transition and do money. And I would notice that when I had the Bluetooth headband, I would take that off. It wouldn't be on in the middle of the night, and I'd be like, what the hell? Or if I had my phone on speaker, I would notice that my phone was turned off. So at some point in the middle of the night, I legit turned it off, and it wasn't on anymore. And I was like, what the hell? I was listening to affirmations. Like, I don't remember turning it off. So that was something that I did. And then also something that's going to happen as well is going to be lucid dreams. So if you don't dream now, you are going to start dreaming, and you have to just persist, because the dreams are going to come in. And there are people that don't have dreams and they just don't remember dreams, and that may be you, and so that may be the case in this situation. But in my experience with anybody that I've shared this with, and also other people that I know that I have done this, and my teacher that has taught me this, everybody has lucid dreams. And so it's just where you start to like think about your dreams, like you remember your dreams, or your dreams are crazy as hell. And when this happens, what I want you to do is, in the notes of your phone, is make a little list and start writing dreams. So you're going to start with month of July and put in your dreams, and just when you wake up in the morning and you're like, okay, I just had some crazy ass dreams. I dreamed last night that I was in a burning building and I had to save a cat, and the cat was trying to jump out the window and I couldn't save the cat, and then when I saved the cat, nobody said thank you, right? Like, I don't know, I'm just making this up. But when you look at that and you decode that, what you start to see is you were trying to take care of something else besides yourself. You weren't focused on you, and you didn't feel appreciated, right? So those are two limiting beliefs. Looking over somebody else besides yourself, so choosing somebody else besides you. And then when the cat jumped out the window, not feeling appreciated because nobody said thank you to you, right? So limiting beliefs, because obviously you are appreciated, you are loved, and none of that is true. But those may be limiting beliefs that you have from your childhood that have just carried on throughout your life, and that they're showing up in your dreams. Now, when they show up in your dreams, you want to be able to see them, so that it gives you basically insight onto what's going on. You get the clear insight of like, okay, this is what I need to work on. This is what I need to, start to maybe focus on. Maybe today I start to write some different affirmations that are on this specific topic of feeling appreciated. So having the dreams, maybe you don't, but if you do, this is what you want to do, is just write your dreams down. And if this seems like too much, like, oh my gosh, I already feel overwhelmed, like this is just take it one step at a time. So if that means you just start to listen to affirmations, then do that. If it's too overwhelming to start to take notes in your phone and write your dreams, don't even worry about it. Like, take this at your own pace. Not only is this a self-study program, but I'm gonna give you everything that I have, and then you at your own pace, do it how you wanna do it. Because at the end of the day, just like on the yoga mat, this is your practice. You are your best teacher. I am just here to give you the codes, to give you the things that I have practiced, the things that I have instilled within myself, things that have helped me, so that way you can start to cultivate this within yourself and transform and change and all the fempowerment delicious things. So, okay, now from there, what we want to do is start to change the internal dialogue. So once you start to write out your dreams, you're going to start to notice that it's going to give you insight into your reality. So in the welcome call, I mentioned having dry erase markers or post-it notes and a journal. So I want you to begin to start affirming. So there's going to be days where, like we mentioned earlier, like you're going to have bad days, right? Like you're going to have days that are not that easy. You're going to have days that kind of suck, or you just have moments that don't feel good. So in those moments, you have to create that stability within, right? So it's how do you create that stability within? One of the ways to start to do that is to start to journal. You want to get your journal, and in that journal, I don't want you to just write, I'm having a shitty day, today, blah, 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 blah. No, I want you to go in there and write out the complete opposite. Like, I am feeling so good. I know that my life is changing for the better. I know that I'm changing for the better. I feel so confident today. I feel so amazing today. Even if it's not what it is that you feel in that moment, just start to create that energy within yourself and start affirming that about yourself, because you're already doing it as you sleep. So that's the hard part, which is the easy part because you're sleeping, so all you're doing is listening, right? But the heart, you're reprogramming as you sleep. So these affirmations that you're writing in your journal, that's just to shift you out of those funky moments. Like, we have funky moments. That's the reality of it. Like, I have them. I'm not, somebody said to me one time in a yoga class, they're like, I always see you so happy. Like, do you go through stuff or something like that? And I was like, what? Like, I do the yoga because I go through stuff. Like, I do this practice because I go through stuff. I do all of these things because I have a lifetime of reprogramming to do for myself. So the difference with me is that I continue to persist. I continue to persist and continue to teach and continue to share because I know that this is going to help somebody else. Like, I don't believe at all that I go through anything just for me. I know that I go through things and I'm meant to share it. And I love to share it because if I'm changing, I want to give you everything that I possibly have within me so that you can also change and transform as well. And then we do it together. And it's a sisterhood. It's fempowerment. Hello. Okay, so that is all I'm going to leave you with today. I gave you a lot, but if you have any questions at all, just message me. You can write it in the comments. Chances are that if you have a question or if there's something that you're struggling with, chances are there may be somebody else that is feeling or thinking or doing the same thing. So I will tell you that I have shared this with a few people just within the last 2 months. Like 2 months. And they have seen huge results. Like, I've had somebody call me and be like, listen, I just want to say thank you because I've been listening to the affirmations as I've been sleeping, and I've just been so much happier, and I just want to go like hug people throughout my day at the grocery store and all this stuff. And that makes me so happy because and what I told them, it's like, it's not so much about me and giving you these tools and these practices, right? It's about you. Like, if you want to change, which I know you do, because if you didn't, you wouldn't be here in this group, but you want to change, so this is going to help to shift you into the direction that you want of your life. So with that, I just want to say, continue, persist, and start to create the stability within whatever it is that you have to do to get yourself on track. You got this. Today is, I'm going to say, it's not day one, but I feel like it's like day one because, we're getting all the tools and all this stuff. But if you have any questions, let me know. I love you guys. Mwah! And I'll talk to you soon.